Alrighty, let me double check everything because I was too busy just enjoying myself. Okay, show is wrapped up and we're here. I was upstairs with my beautiful wife and beautiful daughter, and we're like, oh yeah, I thought I had plenty of time, but I come back down and how long? Hopefully, I didn't leave all you guys hanging too much. What is going on, you dead set legends? As I have a look at everything, we're on. We're on. Okay, looks like we are rocking and rolling and the fix has finished. So you only know what that happens. Everyone, just give me a ready bang in the comments as I thank some people. And, of course, we are thanking the good old school labs. Get over there. If you're into your supplements and things like that, my shipment hopefully will be here this week because I want to start getting on the old school lab stuff that they've sent me, but they're helping out the show. So just get over there, ready bang. Just chuck in bang as your code word. You get yourself a discount, and of course you just sit there and get yourself 15% off as well. What is happening, Timmy? I've got some relatively bad news about that. Some breaking news about that match that I will get to in a moment. Before I start saying hi to everyone in the chat. And then, of course, my Patreon and YouTube bangers. You have no idea how much this is helping out, getting me across the country. No, not even across the country, across the world. For as little as 50 cents a week, you dead set legends are helping the Aussie arm wrestler out. And it is going to be awesome, which is good. I'll play it again a little later on. I think I cut it off early. I do apologize, which is good. Give it a quick like, and we'll get into it. So let's have a look. Who is here? Everyone's just saying hit the like, boys. Bit of a prediction: Dimitri versus Alex. Phil might be in the works for King of the Table. Hopefully, maybe this one. Or the next one in December. Yeah, so we're going to have a bit of a guess. Aren't we, to see what the next King of the Table match is. I've got to keep my eye on Instagram. Rory and White Wolf think the Matt Mask is going to be Krasimir Kostadinov. We will talk about that match a little later on, which is good. Fox is coming with a ready bang from White Wolf. Ready bang. And then Devon's forearm, ready bang. Good photo Benji sent me of him and Travis Bajan from the weekend, which was cool. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Hail the chat. Phil Woody, I'll be seeing you in a couple of weeks, which is good. As I mentioned earlier, I've got some information about that. Alpha, I am going really good. Always really good. Beautiful wife, beautiful daughter. So what more can go wrong? And they both think that this arm wrestling thing is not too bad. Just got to quickly do something. What have I done here? Sorry, guys. Just playing around with something on my computer. I thought I could. Oh, no, not that one. Where did it go? Bloody hell. It's all going. That's what we want. There we go. All righty. Stay with me. I am back. All righty. What else have we got in the chat before I start going it? Enet Live. He got it. He got slap fighting. That is awesome. So, that you've got slap fighting. So Enet Live does some like really good production and live streaming and everything like that. So make sure you get over there, guys. Make sure you just head over. That'll be really good. That's awesome. That is awesome that you got that. All righty, let's have a bit of a play around. I was waiting for something, but I don't think it is going to happen. That's okay. worst things in the world. Sorry, just a bit all over the shop. It's a 15% discount. 15% discount there, Devon's forearm. If we don't do a caption contest of Ryan doing push-ups tomorrow, I'll be sad, says Jerry Cabalet. I'll tell you, look, I understand Ryan gets himself in a bit of trouble, but man, there is just like so many YouTube channels are starting up, and it's just all about hate. It's just all about shitting all over everyone. And a bit like, and they're getting like monetization. I'm just like, man, if that's your thing, ripping off content and shitting all over everyone, if that's your thing, you know, it's going to be ridiculous. Spud Ace says, ready, bang. Dave versus Vitali will be awesome if Dave doesn't gas out. Well, it's just weird because like Dave crushed Alex 5-1 at King of the Table. So it's going to be awesome. Oh, he picked up Travis from the airport. That's pretty cool. That is very cool. What's up, Brad Butler? You stud. There we go. Right. So Dimitri versus Vitali, just some news for you. It's not a super match on the weekend. It's not a super match. So they're going to be participating in a tournament. Look, will they most likely meet in the finals? Of course they will. Of course they will. But yeah, so they'll meet. They'll probably meet in the finals. Of course they will. But it's not a super match. It's not a super match. It's a tournament over there. So having a bit of a chat. So that is going on. What else have we got? Jerry says, I bet on Ryan. I'm not a hater, but look, things like that. Like there's difference between having a joke and then just purposely starting a channel. Like I've seen a good 15, 16 just all pop up and they just rip off content and then just shit all over everyone. And I'm like, 15, probably a good 15 channels because they can quickly make a few dollars and monetize. But that's okay. For me, it's not okay. But there's other ways to go about if you want to make your mark in the YouTube world. But ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are up and about, and we are loving life. King of the Table 5 is just around the corner. What have we got? Probably 5 weeks, October 1st. There's going to be some big news, some big announcements coming like that. And they're still going to announce their 5th and final match because I think between 5 to 8 is always I'm just double checking if they've announced it now because 5 to 8 is always a good number. Okay, no, it hasn't been mentioned. So they just announced Dada Khan versus Morozov, but there's a 5th match. So between 5 to 7, I think is a perfect number for a super match card. We know Engen has his 13 to 16 and bloody ArmWars has about 46 over 4 days. So the more matches are going to be awesome. But if we just sit down and watch one event, 5 to 7 big building super matches. So we can all kick it off. Get it out there. What do we think about what the 5th and final match for King of the Table will be? Get your predictions in the comments. My man Double B says Jake is all about the positivity. Yeah, I am. Absolutely. It's just more fun. And I'm a huge believer in karma. That is for sure. A huge believer. So just get rid of that. We'll go from there. Yeah, I'm a huge believer in karma. Spud Ace wants to know, are you coming over here for ArmWars? No, I'm coming over just after ArmWars for the Whitby Open because on the Sunday, the 4th of September, it is the very first Father's Day for me here in Australia. So I, no offense to ArmWars, but I would rather be with my wife and little one for that. So it is going to be awesome, but everyone's just getting in there. We'll ask me a little bit later on, AGM, because we're going to get. We're going to talk about that matchup a little bit later. But I just want to talk about King of the Table 5. So we've got the 4 matches, and I'll do my predictions a little bit later on. I do love going the early crow. So fingers crossed, the 5th match is an absolute banger. Now, I've had some inside knowledge, but I don't know if any of it's true. I've read way too much into some cryptic posting, but I'm not going to say who I think it is, because then if it is correct, I would feel bad for Core Sports and things like that. So we got Edwin has made a prediction here. He goes, I think it'll be a left-handed match. Hope it'll be Tobias Barong versus Alex Kadecha. But I don't think so. Very good. Very good. Gabriela Vasconcelos says, why do you do this early Monday live show? Gabby, first of all, how are you? You superstar. I do it at this time. So it's 8 o'clock here in the morning in Melbourne. Whenever the Fix finishes, I know a lot of the people that watch Neil Pickup show The Fix, they want to keep talking about arm wrestling. So I will talk about arm wrestling. And we just keep it going. We just keep the conversation going, because a lot of us just want to talk about arm wrestling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Marcus Thompson's just getting a bite to eat, and he will be back, which is good. Coliseum says, Matt is well into his pot smoking life and he's getting healthy. Oh, he's post-smoking life. At least it's pot smoking life. I imagine we'll see a Matt Mask, and he's very different from most recent. Yep, which is good. Yeah, everyone say hello to Gabriela Vasconcelos, the genuine superstar and East versus West double champion. Do your 24-hour live stream for King of the Table and make the last hour's live commentary from the event. And your sponsor will be $250. Wow. That's yeah. Look there. I think my man John. So it's John Enet Live. So for me, the next 24 hours, unfortunately, won't be a King of the Table, but the next one for me will be after surgery. So let me have my surgery first. Let me have my hip surgery first, so then I can sit in the chair and go nuts. There's everyone saying hi to Gabriella, which is good. She goes, got it. Keep it up. It's a good Sunday night thing for me. Yeah. So as soon as the Fix finishes, Gabby, and of course, you are more than welcome to come on the show anytime you want, because you're just a superstar and everyone's pretty happy that you are in here saying g'day to you, which is good. There we go. So, yeah, some matches. Left-handed, right-handed, what do we think it'll be? Make sure you vote in the poll. I said, what are you most excited about? Because there's some really big events coming up. I think it'll be a right-handed match. I think it left-handed almost becomes like... So you look at East versus West, they had one women's match. I think a lot of people don't rate left-handed matches as highly. So it's like, we'll have one left-handed match. A lot of people are really invested in right-handed matches, which I find it very weird. Very weird, because left-handed matches are just exactly the same. Which is exactly the same. Yeah, just having a look here. 24-hour live stream is difficult with an infant in the household and obligations to meet. They are, but if Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler and I just sat down and said, right, we're going to do it on this day, of course, Zadie will come on the show and help out. And, yeah, it's going to be amazing whilst everyone talks. Yeah, Timmy, I'm with you. Spoof, I'm with you. Left-handed matches. Thomas Miles says, really good to see Aussie and hope. Nothing but roses for his family. There we go, as everyone's just That's just getting in there. Everyone's having a chat. So, yeah, I think it'll definitely be a right-handed match. I think it's going to be a right-handed match. So, I would love it. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if it'll be European, if it'll be North American, if it'll be both. If it'll be lightweight or heavyweight. I don't think it'll be a lightweight match. I do not think it'll be. I think it'll be some sort of middleweight to heavyweight. And I'm not sure who, but I'm just thinking because they've left like this as the last match to announce and things like that. And it would have to be something relatively big. So either they've got someone from another sport or they've, got a really well-known name to get onto it. Who knows? Who knows? But give me some predictions in the comments what you think the next King of the Table match announcement will be. I've been probably pestering Matt Rhodes a lot more than what I should, and Donna Drees, and say let me know. So they very fortunate. They said they're going to tell me beforehand, which is very nice of them. They don't have to. Daniel Plexman just jumped in with a ready bang. Ernest Gasparini did good pulling of his lefty match with Morozov, but I think he would have lost that, which is good. Oh, there we go. Which is maybe Larry will have a match. I don't think Larry will have a match. I mean, he just recently said that he's just coming off the gear. I haven't watched the full video, but he's coming off the gear. I mean, very interesting. So it just sparks my interest. I'll definitely follow that journey when it comes to his arm wrestling. Yeah, well, obviously that'll take a hit. I mean, we've all seen it before. That'll definitely take a hit. Right. I did a poll. What's everyone most excited for? ArmWars, Matt Mars versus Krasimir Konstantinov, Vitali versus Dimitri, or King of the Table. And Vitali versus Dimitri is winning. But no, you can't like Gabby. No, you can't like the comments here. You just people would love it if you just reply to everyone. But yeah, ring me up whenever you need help with your YouTube stuff or want something moving forward. Just hit me up, Gabby. I will help you out. Which is good. Larry won't be off the gear, just Trent. Well, yeah, he says he's going to stop taking steroids, which is good on him. I'll have to watch the whole video because more and more channels are coming up, so it's harder more and more to follow. And then if Larry's like, I'm at the stage now where if your thumbnail or headline isn't really about arm wrestling, I said I will struggle to watch it. But I've got that one saved because I think it's a very important talking point because steroids the last 7 to 10 days have been a huge talking point in the sport of arm wrestling. Rob Vincent Jr. just released a video calling anyone out that tries to. I loved it. So you haven't seen it. He just says, you're a dick if, because everyone's like, we should just have natural events. We should get rid of steroids. And everyone's like, yeah, but people will cheat to get into the event. And Rob's like, cool, let them cheat. If you're a dickhead and, you sneak into a natural event or a tested event while taking gear and go out and win, awesome. That's not really a win, is it? So I really like that. I really like that way of thinking. Plus, go look at 1980s Hulk Hogan versus 1994-95 Hulk Hogan, and you can tell. If you go to a tested event where, we're not dumb, we can look around and go, oh, well, you're definitely on something. And it just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good if you're a bigger dude and you beat up on someone smaller. So if we had these events, well, of course, we'll be able to tell. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. Neil Pickup has just quickly jumped in. He says, just a flying visit, guys and gals, before I hit the shower and call it a day. Just wanted to say hi when I saw Jake was live and wish the Aussie arm wrestler all the best for the show. Ready, bang. Thank you, Neil, and thank you last week for dropping all the ArmWars announcements on the show with all those awesome matches. Your 415 matches, I think, that you're having. So that'll be cool. You're getting plenty of votes in the poll about people being excited for Arm Wars and the change up with Ryan Bowen versus Adrian. I mean, all the matches you've got are sexy. We could go through each and every one of them, which we probably will next week because there's so many awesome matches. But thank you very much, Neil, for jumping in. Enjoy your shower. I've become an Arm Wars member because I'll be waiting very patiently like a kid before Christmas for you to hurry up and drop those matches live on your channel. And everyone's just saying hi to Neil and Gabby in the chat. I mean, like even there, where what I've been able to do, like to sit there and do a show, and the greatest female arm wrestler of all time, Gabriela Vasconcelos, has just jumped in, and then probably not only one of the best, well, he's the best commentator in arm wrestling, but probably the best commentator in sports. He's definitely got something. You know, Neil Pickup, world champion himself, has just quickly jumped in because I was doing a show. I'm pretty chuffed. And, of course, all my usual suspects in the chat. Thomas Miles says, Aussie, you are my favorite arm wrestling YouTuber, but Gabby would get you 6-0. Well, if Gabby has $100,000, she can try and challenge me for this one. But yes, of course, Gabby would smash me 6-0. Absolutely smoke me, which is awesome. Neil's talking to Gabby, and Gabby's talking to Neil. Have a great shower. This is awesome. You guys are good. So, yeah, so going back to King of the Table, hopefully within the next 24 hours, we'll have our fifth and final announcement. This week, I'm going to have Paul Maiden on the show, and we'll probably even end up discussing, because it's going to be awesome when I get over there, because I think the first night I'll be staying at Paul Maiden's house, and then move on from there and get ready for the Whitby Open, which is awesome. So I've got to make sure I take all me medication so I can at least go through and hobble to the table and have my match with Phil, which is good. Phil, what are you, K? With a super chat, he says, no sleep, Fox. Quick reps now, which is good. Gabby's put the challenge out there. So if we can find $100,000 for me, then I will take you for the most. You can put your shields and helmets up against my trophy. Although my trophy is worth more, but the match could happen, which is really good. Everyone's just been a dead set legend in the chat, which is good. Now, yeah, so I'll be over there in England. I keep getting distracted because I'm trying to think of like people's recent posts, you know, because I wouldn't mind Alex Kadecha being the next match announced at King of the Table. Could it be Alex Kadecha? And then if it is Alex Kadecha, who would it be? Would it be that Oscar mentioned earlier? Would it be Alex versus Dimitri? If it was Michael Todd, I don't think it would be Michael Todd. Could it be Michael Todd? Could the monster be back at King of the Table? I'm very intrigued. I don't think it's John Brazing. I know John's having some time off and getting a vibe off Don. That's going to be later on in the future. I think it'll be I'm very, very intrigued. Alex McDonald's just jumped in and said, g'day. Sup, Ozzy, have you watched the new video on Pittermall Arm Wrestling channel there? Yes, I have. Yes, looked real good. Looked quality, and it was good to just have an exhibition at the German Fit Expo or whatever it was over there. That Leonidas, jeez. He's got muscles on top of muscles that look swelled and have been stung by like 500 bees. Just massive. He's just an absolute unit. But yeah, it really was. It really, really was. What are people saying? Brad wants a Monster Michael Todd match at King of the Table. He said, let's go. Yeah, I think John's next match is going to be against Oleg Petrenko. Which, how cool was it? Having Oleg on the show. I've been getting some pretty good Europeans on the show. And the one thing I've thoroughly enjoyed is when we watch the Europeans, you know, they're very straight-laced, by the book, stone-walled in their face. You know, they don't move. And then when they come on my show, you just see them relaxed and have a laugh and carry on a bit. So, yeah, I absolutely love it as everyone says hi to each other in the chat, which is good. Yeah, everyone's talking about, so Paul Maiden and I will talk about him versus Evan in January. That's going to be. Yes, get Tobias on the show. I'll hopefully get him on the show soon. I am gunning for everyone. So you've got to understand the way things work for me is like the other day I wanted to call a boxing match in the UFC, but I don't know. I'd have to ask Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler, but I reckon I've gone 22 days straight. Not that I'm definitely not complaining, but just constant, whether it's on my phone, contacting people to come on the show, because that's what I want. I want all the big guests to come on the show. I want to find some hidden gems to come on the show. I want all the big guests to come on the show, but guests that don't go on anyone else's show, I want them to come on here. And I've been able to do that. Oleg Petrenko, Vitaly Laletin, Artem Morozov, you know, and just get a different perspective. You know, Vasil's been awesome in helping me out with the translations, but that's where I want the channel heading. That's where I want it to go. And I've been reaching out, and fingers crossed, got some more big names coming on the show. Hopefully some more big names, which is happening. Z's Guitar, really enjoyed the Oleg interview. Yeah, so Vasil, he reached out to me, and we've just been chatting. And so he says, I can help, and literally showing me, even though I can't understand the messages, but he's like, hey, man, we can get this guy on the show. We can get Vitali or Oleg on the show. And of course I need Vasil on the show because he's Ukrainian and can speak, I think, 3 or 4 languages, which really helps me out. Dan John says, Jake, the channel is on fire. Thank you very much. I'm really trying. I mean, with some things that are upcoming, I'm going to make some more videos and go from there, which is... Yeah, mate, I have been chasing this for ages. It is very, very hard to do. Very hard to get Scotty Boy, but I have reached out to him a few times. I'd love to get Leonidas on the show when he just had that match with Prudnyk. But yeah, so yeah, that's the way the channel's heading. You know, we hit over 8,000 subs. Thanks to the usual suspects, just really backing me and really getting behind me. It's going to be unreal. Right. Someone getting just give me some predictions. Someone give me some predictions on what the next King of the Table match is. I want to talk about this. Give me the next predictions. And while your predictions are coming in, Gabby, the women's tournament went really well. They were so happy with your video. So very thankful for that, Gabby. We had 2 divisions run on both arms. The venue was awesome. It looked unreal. The venue was awesome. And because women's arm wrestling isn't really good, there's a lady here named Celine. She did an amazing job And I think we had 10, 11 ladies all up coming in. But the timing of the day went really well. You know, people that were at the venue would come over and watch. It provided a less intimidating thing. So more women were jumping on the table for the after pool. So I thought it was a huge success. And I was there. So I was I was loving it. Drummer Boy, who is it watching the Aussie Arm Wrestle? I don't know, Drummer Boy. I don't know. But when I see other channels have 20, 30, 100,000 subscribers, it's like, what do you mean they're not over here? Bloody hell. What do you think about Ryan's new training strategy, new coach, new routine? Look, why not? Like, why not? That's what I say when it comes to it. Like everyone dunks on him, and sometimes, you know, I sit there and I'll go, oh man, you shouldn't have done that. And then, but like, what do people like? I don't know if it's just because I'm good friends with him, but what else do people want for him? So he progresses his way of the giant pumpkin. He thought, that's the way I'm going to go. He almost gets the number one in Australia. Doesn't go well against Coach Ray. So then he's like, I'm not going to do way of the pumpkin. I'm going to hire a base strength. And he can't get that right. So he was like, well, I'm going to hire the best in the world, because if you're going to do something, go all in and have it as the best trainer in the world. So yeah, unfortunately, whatever Ryan does, he can't get it right. The cancel culture is going really hard for him, and it's very sad to see. I just wish people would be like if you don't like Ryan, just ignore him and focus all your energy on some other awesome channels. There's so much awesome arm wrestling content out there. I'm all for it. Yeah, if he's going to hire the best in the world, of course I hope it works out for him. We'll see how we go. But yeah, thanks, Michael. What else have we got? Cobra, Tim, and Devon might be there. Yeah, that event that you're trying to run in January, Marcus. You're getting all the big names there. Z's Guitar Count, thank you very much. So Ryan is now facing Dracula instead of Stoica. If so, I deserve $1 because I called that match. Changed it right away. Oh, did ya? That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. If you did that, that's awesome. Yeah, so for those that don't know, Neil said it on my show the other day, just re-released it on the Fix. Ryan is now taking on Adrian Popescu at ArmWars. Ryan will be there. As you know, he's just in France at the moment training, so he will definitely be there. Yeah, I'm with you, Brad. Anyone that catches that much hate, you want them to succeed. That is for sure. Yeah. Oh, is that a prediction? So Playkov versus Bortolado left will go. There we go. Ryan's next match will be against Groundskeeper. Oh, he'll turn up like Groundskeeper Willie. You never know. It could work out. You just keep trying until something, if you throw enough shit at the wall, something will stick. What have we got here? Is he hiring the best in the world, or is the community hiring the best in the world for him? No. So this is where the whole heap of hate. So he's come out and he's made a mistake. He's like, so a lot of people don't read vibes and they don't read tone. It's almost like, and I mean this in the most respectful way in the world, because of my years as working in the disability field, it's like 90% of the people are autistic. And what I mean by that is they don't read tone, character, the way things are said. They just hear the words and take it as that. So when Ryan was like, "Oh, I don't have $5,000," he was like, "I don't have a luxury $5,000 to spend on my trainer." So I grow up with, if you don't ask, it's an automatic no. Like if I don't reach out to people and say, "Hey, if anyone wants to help me, that would be great." But then he went and deleted the video because he was like, okay, probably wasn't a good move by me. But everyone is just sticking to that. So it's very weird. And he says he's now going to pay a month by month. So it's like, guys, he said that he deleted the video, said he got it wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm just blinded. Look, I respect him for going straight to the top, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't have. I would have gone up levels. I would have gone with this person, but Ryan wants to go straight to the top straight away. So more power to him. Ready, bang. From Peter McKenzie, is the pram. From Alex and Abby, both home sick. Oh, get well soon. Get well soon, Alex and Abby. Hope you're feeling better, and then you better not be faking it to get a day off school. A fifth match is confirmed. They haven't released it yet for King of the Table. A fifth match is confirmed. Ryan is actually an excellent arm wrestler. The lad can really pull. I expect he will have some great matches in the ArmWars. Ironhouse 2. Popescu versus Bowen is a really interesting pull. And it's got a bit of backstory as well. It's the battle of the fundamentals, isn't it, Neil? The battle of the fundamentals. So, yeah, I mean, the guy can arm wrestle, but yeah, I mean, just because he's so easy to dunk on, everyone does it. I just hate that a lot of people are now starting to make money from it. They've got him monetized from their channel, which is weird. But yeah, you delete a video and you say you got it wrong. Yeah, people still get shit on you. But oh well, you live and learn. Who have I got in that matchup? Well, we all know that I am the number one ticket holder on the Ryan Bowen train. But this is a killer matchup. Now, for me, the way Coach Ray did something with Ryan, manhandled him on the table, and Ryan's just been sightseeing and hasn't been able to get a really good training session in. It's going to be very difficult for him. Very difficult. I can't remember how much Adrian is going to weigh. So hopefully Ryan just has a strong weight advantage that can get there and get a match. But it's going to be real interesting. It's going to be an absolute banger, that matchup. I know Adrian's going to come in with real venom. Real venom. He's really annoyed about some comments that Ryan said. Seems like a common theme, isn't it? Someone is annoyed with what Ryan had said. But yeah, I'm definitely keen for it. Can I pick someone right now? No. But it's very hard to lean one way. Jerry says it's not the best look while you're on a luxury European vacation. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a luxury one. He's continuing to work and everything while he's there. But yes, when he's posting sights and seas and things like that. And then, but yeah, so people are saying that Ryan's begging for money. First of all, no, he's not begging for money. But if you don't ask the people that want to support you, he just put it out there and asked. I mean, yeah, I personally hate asking for money. Even when someone's booked me at an event, I hate asking to get paid. It's really weird. I always hate asking for money. But why not? If you sit there and goes, if anyone would like to help me out, because some people do. People love their athletes. People love their YouTubers and things like that. I mean, every time we watch The Fix, we see all the super chats coming. People just love to support. But I just think because he's got so many people that hate him, watch his channel. But yeah, I do understand what you mean, Jerry. Oh, King Otto, no, I mean in his video, in people's video. But yeah. What else have we got in the chat? People looking forward to the Stoica match. I mean, there's heaps of matches at ArmWars. Yeah. Where did that one go? Where did that one go? No, I've missed it. Bloody hell. GA, you cheeky bugger. We're having a bit of a laugh on one of my other videos. He says, when he's kicking the table 5 and where do I sign up? That's a little inside joke. Inside joke. And that is at Core Sports. Core Sports. Someone dropped the link, and that is October 1st. But GA and I were having a good chat on one of my other videos. See, Guitars reckons Popescu will win, which is good. How long have I known Bowen? Oh, it's been a few years now. It's been 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, I hosted his wedding. Like, I was the MC at his wedding. It was just one of those things. It's really weird because, like, when I first got into arm wrestling, everyone was telling me how much of a dick he is. But it's just one of those things that, you know, when you just meet someone and you hit it off. Like, I've been able to meet a lot of awesome people in arm wrestling. Like, Ryan's one of them. Uncle John is the other one, which ironically are probably the two most hated people in arm wrestling at the moment. So maybe that's my thing. If you really hate someone, maybe I'm drawn to them. Maybe I'm drawn to the bad boys. No, I don't know. Just those two just seem to really hit it off with. That is awesome. What else? Everyone's just being cool in. There you go. Marcus asks for money every day, or he gets a rap on the door. Well, with what is it? With 6 kids, mate. Then yeah, if I were you, I'd be asking anyone and everyone for money, which is good. Who have you got, Jay? Coach Rolly or the Lean Machine? Tom Holland for info. Okay, 10 kilo difference. Thanks, Neil. Now, first of all, Neil, I was really annoyed because when it was like, oh, Tom Holland's coming on the show, I was expecting Spider-Man. So you let me down. I was expecting Spider-Man. Now, I love Tom Holland. One of my very early guests on the show. I've got a lot of respect for Tom. But I feel bad. Coach Ray's going to win. He's going to win. And I just feel bad because I love Tom. He was one of the first, elite superstars that went, Aussie arm wrestler, I love you. And we have a great relationship, I think, because of that sense of humor with the Aussies and the Brits and things like that. Yeah, it's Coach Ray wins. Coach Ray wins. And I just love that the first 3 rounds will just be in the middle of the table. Like, what will happen is they'll both, if I quote Neil, they'll both go deep inside and they'll just sit there for ages. Like, while they're there, go put the kettle on. Sit there, and by the time you make your cuppa and come back, they'll still be in a hook. It'll be awesome. They might not even do the last 3 rounds because they'll start off as granite concrete, and by rounds 4, 5, and 6, they would have bled out and gone so hard, the referee will have to hold, instead of putting their hands together, the ref will have to tie a knot in their hands because they'll both just be spaghetti arms. So, but yeah, it can be there. Where can we see a list of Iron House? I don't know if there's a list anywhere. I don't know if there is a list anywhere. But Neil will be awesome. Yeah, Maturawangi Heda Morris is coming over. He's number 2 in Oceania. And he's going to take on, Mindalskis. So Dalskis was the one that got that surprise pin on Sandris at the last Iron House, for those that don't know, if you're wondering who that is. Oh, Neil said it in the comment. Gabby hates making predictions. I love it, Gabby. And look, I get them wrong, but it's just predictions. I find it funny. Like, I have some people on YouTube Like, I would have made predictions like 18 months ago, 24 months ago, and people still jump in my videos and go, why would you listen to him? He said this person was going to win. Like 2 years ago. Like, I don't care. I will make predictions left, right, and center because I don't care. Because two things will happen, Gabby. I'll get it right or I don't. And last time I checked, all you guys on YouTube still love coming in and jumping on the show and having a laugh. And two, my wife still loves. My wife makes predictions and she does better. She does better than me. What else have we got? Everyone's just been awesome in the chat. What else is happening? Yeah, so just once again, an update. Vitali versus Dimitri is not a super match. It's not a super match. It is a tournament that is going on, and they are both entering the tournament. And then, of course, because of their caliber, they both will obviously, unless someone else comes out and goes absolutely bananas, we'll see those two pull again. So the tournament will be live streamed. So I'm just trying to work out the times to see if I just commentate the whole tournament. So I've got all of that. Then We the North pay-per-view happening over there in Canadian land. Toddzilla versus Curtis Cameron is a rematch again. I don't know why. Curtis really wants that pin, and good on him. I love the drive the pork chop is doing. I like Curtis. Curtis and I speak. Well, we don't speak as much as we did in the early days, but I like Curtis. He does a cool video trailer voice. One man, one mission. He does that voice really well. But yeah, I think Toddzilla wins that one. Alex Gadetcha's pulling at that event, so he'll get another super match win under his belt. And then Matt Mars versus Krasimir Kostadinov. Actually, poll time. Let's go Matt Mask versus Krasimir. Who wins? Krasi or Matt Mars? Get your votes in, you Dead Set Legends. Get your votes in. Oh. Which is good there. Dalskus lost 4-2. Oh, he was super impressive. John Terrian has come through the ArmWars Savage Search with Dustin Hyatt. Will both be in Ironhouse. Yeah, and that's like the Savage Search hasn't had a winner announced, so to speak, everyone, as Neil puts this there. But that's why I told so many people, put your video in, because Neil wasn't just going to pick one person. Neil's got eyes everywhere. So if you bring your talents closer to him, then you've got every shot in the world to be invited. So Neil's seen and watched all the videos. We've had discussions in private chats. So I love it. I love that both, because Dustin Hyatt put in his Savage Search, and then he was awesome at the Monster Factory. John Terrian had a hilarious video, but now became on the radar, and he's a stud. So he's going to be there. So it's going to be awesome. What else have we got? Marcus Thompson says ArmWars always number one for him. Yeah, absolutely. ArmWars, it's always nice. Fun fact: I'm sure I've shared the story with you, but I can't believe it. I was at the venue for ArmWars when I believe it was Devon versus Michael, if I get my timing right. But I didn't know that they were pulling. So I was having a team meeting at the Trafford Centre. Was it the Trafford Centre? Well, wherever that match was. Yeah, the Manchester Shopping Centre bit there. Neil and I spoke about it on a podcast ages ago. And I was there and left, like, I kind of had a look around. The stage was set. And then I had a look around and then found out later that arm wrestling was on. And if my timeline was right, I think it was the Devon versus Devon versus Monster Michael Todd at ArmWars. So all those years ago, before I even got into arm wrestling. There we go. The call out is made. Iron House sounds like a place for the Iron Angel. And there you go. I'm late, but ready, bang. Dead set legends. Correct. More guys from the Savage Church will be getting a shot in the forthcoming Iron House events. Neil, I've also got another guy. He didn't enter Savage Search, but I really wish he would. Rhett Downward. Rhett Downward, my man. Rhett, he's an Australian puller. He'd be really good. He's a 90 kilo. He'd be happy to pull the 85 kilo guys. Him, Sam Burnett, and Jamie Barrett. If I'm naming 3 from Australia. But I know that Sam Burnett put in a Savage Search thing. So, according to the poll, what does everyone have between Matt Mask and Krasimir Kostadinov? 63% are saying Matt Mask, which is good. Which is good. What else have we got? Krasi is not like Krasi of the old, so I have to say Matt. Yes. Unfortunately, Krasimir is on a bit of a losing streak. He's a champion of the heart, the only man on the planet, from my recollection, to pin John Brzezinski and Levan Saganishvili. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, Saban Badalescu just put out a video, and he's going to have a match at December. So I think he'll be a king of the table in December. But he's not pulling Devon. He's not. See, this is what I do. This is what the Aussie arm wrestler does. I just get Gabby and Neil, because I know it's solely me. I know it's solely me. And now Gabby's got to be at ArmWars only because of me, because Neil was in the chat and Gabby was in the chat. There we go. Yeah, it's really hard because I'm with you, Z, because you get people that come in and they love it. They love arm wrestling. They love particular people that come in for the sport, and then it just breaks your heart. You're like, yeah, because you don't want to see all your favorites lose, but someone's got to lose. Someone has got to lose. And we don't want our sport to give out participation awards. Bugger that. There we go. So, huge announcement. Gabby Vasconcelos will be at ArmWars in the future. You can see it in the chat. Bang. Bang. There we go. Great job, Jake. Give yourself a pat on the back from me. Love it. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, so at this stage, I think Matt Mask has the advantage over Krasimir, but then I was blown away when Tim Bresnan beat Matt. So, but the one thing I'm excited, like, I'm going to be shattered whoever loses between Matt and Krasi, but I'm excited that one of them is going to end their losing streak. So I'm very happy. Gabby. Thank you, Jake. If it wasn't for you. That's I'm claiming it. It's not your world-class caliber and you speak to Neil on a regular basis. I'm claiming this one. Which is good. And everyone's, I like Matt, but he'll unfortunately lose again. Brian Damage and the Memories has just come out and gone, yeah, okay. And that's what I love about sport. And that's what at the end of the day, we've just got to remember. We all wear different sort of binoculars when it comes to the sport. And it's just a sport. It's a lovely sport. But yeah, when people go hard and they go heavy, like, hold your shit. So it's going to be there. So yeah, so Vitali, Alex will win. Toddzilla will win. I think there's 6 matches at We the North. It's like Team Canada versus Team USA from memory. I'm just trying to think. What are the other? There's a couple of others, which is going to be great. Nice one, Brad. Krasi and Matt both need a win as much as they both need hair. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's awesome. No, so that'd be good. I mean, because coming up that tournament, if the timing is good, I'll probably commentate the tournament as well, depending on the timing. Then September 3rd and September 4th, we've got We the North and ArmWars. I'm an ArmWars member, but so what you've got to understand, guys, ArmWars and Neil, if you're still in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. ArmWars Iron House is only live for the people that are going to be there. But they will try as soon as possible to release some awesome matches without the huge, great production. Am I right, Neil? So yeah, if you are an ArmWars member on YouTube, within that day, you will see some of the matches, which is basically live. That's how we're going to go. Marcus Thompson comes in with a huge super chat and it's just supporting everyone and anyone. He says, ready, bang. See you soon, mate. Yes. What is the date? So it's the 22nd of August here in Australia. So 1, 2, in under 3 weeks. I'll be hanging out. I'll be having a beer with Marcus Thompson, Phil Woody, Neil Pickup, James Statham, Paul Maiden, hopefully Ryan Bowen is still there, Uncle John. It's going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. Thank you very much, Marcus. I hate taking your comment off the screen after your huge, huge super chat. I really, really hate it. Spoof says the Chan Shaw might be the next match announced at King of the Table. And it wouldn't bother me because Chance is great. Chance was awesome against Zurab. Just really made Zurab's stocks just stall. We were all invested. 2 pins on John, beating everyone. Zurab's a star. And then Chan Shaw just came in and said, oi, don't forget about me, dickheads. Peter McKenzie is the pram, says to Gabby from Abby. I'm 9 and you are my favorite arm wrestler. I got up at 3 a.m. to watch you at East versus West. You rocked. I hope I'm as good as you. Abby, that's so lovely of you to reach out to Gabby. That is so awesome of you. Gabby, I think we might have to do something for Peter. That's very awesome. Thank you very much for your super chat. There you go. Abby. Gabby is very blown away. And that's the best thing about Gabby. Like, that comment isn't fake. It's quite funny. Gabriela Vasconcelos, 32-time world champion, East versus West, right arm and left arm champion, is blown away that people think that Gabby is their favorite arm wrestler. So that is a very honest reaction for you, Abby. So Gabby is very happy. And everyone's just there. Matt's excitement for his hair, new head of hair, may as well affected his focus. Could have been. It could have been there, Peter. He could have just been switched off and gone, right, I'm more worried about the hair transplant. Because those, as dumb as it sounds, those things can actually happen. Look, I know people here in Australia have had their super matches or tournaments affected because they were either excited to meet particular arm wrestlers or they were so excited to just jump on the after pool with particular arm wrestlers, and it actually affected their tournament. Jake, has Uncle John been hiding out with Gary Roberts lately? No, Uncle John just really wanted to focus. He's got a huge match against Rob Frampton at ArmWars. So Uncle John's just like, right, because it's so much time. Like, I am almost doing 24-hour days looking for content, making content, wanting to make sure my lives are interesting, looking at new streaming services, trying to get guests. So for me, Brian, there's 3 options, and you can only be good at 2 of them, in my opinion. You can be a good YouTuber, you can be a good arm wrestler, and you can be a good family man. It's very hard to be all 3. I choose YouTube and family, and at this stage, Uncle Johnny's choosing family and arm wrestler. So he's just training heaps. But he comes on Maximum Bang Monday. So Maximum Bang Monday, this, that's on tomorrow. He'll be on that one. I'm going to talk to Uncle John, see if we can move the time just that hour earlier for everyone. So So he was on last week. He did a live with Cobra and Devon, and he's so he'll be on Maximum Bang Monday, but really just wants to come in and just be 100% focused for Rob Frampton, which is good. Everyone's being awesome. Oh, here we go. All of Sunday's ArmWars matches will be shown. Will be shown live only to. Okay, there we go. Beautiful, man. So that'll be okay. So Sunday your time, once again, will be Monday my time. So that will be cool. So set the alarm for that one. I'll be setting the alarm and watching those. Just be an ArmWars member. Don't be an idiot. Everyone, be an ArmWars member. I became one. I'm an Arm Force member. So go over there and be an ArmWars member. Keithy says, morning, Jake. Nice to spend a few hours with you. Nice to hang out with you, Big Keithy. Thanks for popping in. There you go. Everyone's being awesome. See you later, Neil. You dead set legend. Enjoy the rest of your show. It's midnight here. I'm going to hit the hay. All the best to all of your families, you and all your families out there. Be stoic. It's going to be good. Just can't wait to have a beer with you in just under 3 weeks, Neil. Keep doing awesome things, you dead set legend. Just a pioneer for someone like myself to do what I do. So if you can, Neil, what you should do is have an ArmWars match for September the 9th so I can call at least one ArmWars match live. Do it, Neil. That's okay. By you not responding, I will take that as we're in agreement. That's awesome. That is awesome. Thoughts on the new delusional Ryan Bowen video? I'm in it a lot. I don't say anything, but I'm in it a lot. So he must mention a lot of things, because Ryan and I, we sometimes do a lot of lives together, because that's just what you do. You just, you like doing lives with your mates. So I was just like, hey, that's me. Hey, that's me. So if I start hating the delusional series, I'll just put copyright strikes. No. Look, it has its purpose, and everyone likes it. Not this one, the one before. I thought they really let themselves down. I thought it was a little bit of struggle town. They were kind of scraping at the bottom of the barrel. This one, because it was actually Ryan's match, and when he buggered up at the press conference, it's it can be edited well, and they really miss all the context of it all. But yeah, people love it. I would prefer the delusional series over the constant hate and cancel culture. You know what I mean? So if they're like one of these a month or one every 6 weeks, everyone has their laugh and everyone jumps in the comment, goes, man, he's so delusional, rah, then that's cool, man. I'm all for it. But it's when because I try and be very active on all the forums, because, I don't think I'm better than anyone, so I try and be active in all the forums. But when it just is hate and cancel him and unsubscribe and he should die and things like that, that's where it turns for me. But the last one was all right. It was all right. Yeah. It was a couple of funny bits in there. I did have a laugh. So, yeah, there we go. And everyone's saying goodbye to Neil in the chat, which is good. What else have we got? What else have we got as we continue to talk on? Great to see Neil doing a live ones. I prefer them rather than wait 4 weeks for the recorded ones. Yeah. So some you'll wait, but they, yeah. So Neil mentioned before he still wants the 3 matches a month to come out. I don't. Yeah. See, I am a bit different to you, Keith, because there are so many awesome arm wrestling events. Okay. Like for next year, we're going to have 4 King of the Tables, 4 East versus West, and maybe 2 or 3 Monster Factories. So that's almost 1 awesome event every month, right? So then if ArmWars fill in the gaps by releasing matches, beautiful, beautiful. Well, we got bloody almost every week of the year sorted out just from those 4. And then you have like Chan Shaw has all these like spontaneous super matches. We the North this weekend. So it will almost be at a stage where just keep your eye on the Aussie Arm Wrestler channel because I could be commentating every single week. Man, just the thought of that gets me pumped. Just the thought of that gets me pumped. All right, let's check the poll. Who does everyone think between Matt versus Krasi? A lot of you are going for Matt Mask. Actually, going back to that delusional series, what I think, I might message a guy personally, but what I think the delusional Ryan Butler. So for me, I'm always about evolving with your channel. Always about evolving. So now I think it should just be the delusional channel. So pick up some Engen things, pick up some Devon things, some Monster Michael Todd things. Hell, if I say some delusional things, have a crack at the Aussie Arm Wrestler. It's all in fun. But I think he should now make it the delusional series, not just Ryan. Because I'm starting to see some things creep in. People are leaving group chats and they're leaving forums and they're deleting people off because it's just the same dunk on Ryan. So I think it should just be now the delusional series. I think that could almost be a brand. The first 3 are the best. Yes, they are. They're pretty good. Michael Workspace says, do you really, truly, like, honestly believe that Devitt is number 2 in the world? Like, for real. Like, for real, for real. Yes. I had my arguments why. Now, I don't know what his arm is like now. But my argument was, Michael, that the Devon that turned up at King of the Table 1 and the Devon that turned up against Levan, that just shows how good Levan is, right? But that Devon that turned up, if he didn't get injured, in my opinion, no one else in the top 10 could have beaten that Devon. That's why I put him at number 2. That's why. I was trying to go off like the last 12, 16 months. And I know it was funny. It was funny with that list. And shout out to all you guys in the chat are awesome. People watch this later. If there is something that you disagree with, give me some context. Tell me why. Like everyone was like, it was so funny because everyone like, your top 10 list is stupid or it's crap or it's delusional. And I'd be like, why is that? And they'd be like, Devon's not number 2. And I'm like, okay, what did you think of the rest of the list? Oh, yeah, I can pretty much agree with that. Yeah, the rest of the list is good. Oh, so 9 out of 10 is pretty good, you would say. It's yeah, it is funny, but I like that. For real? Like for real. Like blink twice if you're for real. Which is what else have we got? Jack would make a good diplomat. I think I'm just too happy, not my monkeys, and what I've been through in my life, and like watching my wife, as I mentioned before, like go through cancer and come out the other end and have a baby. I was like, there's no need for hate and things like that. Sometimes there's like, oi, don't be a dick and things like that. Like, I'm not saying let's all live in friggin' happy land, but to just focus your energy every single day, every day, every day. I just can't fathom it. That's just not for me. Like even when like other people other people and other groups and other lynch mobs were trying to cancel me. Like I was still in a relatively good mood. I was still in a good mood. Really upset that people want to take food off my baby's table, but I was still in a really good mood. It's just like, come on now. Like, F cancel culture. I understand a lot of people dislike, and that is fine. There's a difference between like Devon getting death threats. Like, what has Devon ever done? What are people hating for? Because he spends too much time at the table. Like, why do you like? If you break it down, why do you really? He does not deserve, or no one deserves, death threats. So yeah, but anyway, this is getting a bit too negative. Let's get up and about. Let's get up and about. What else? Michael Todd is next on the list. They showed in the last video. I'd like to see amongst the Michael Todd delusional series. Yes. Okay. They already said that. There we go. Okay. Awesome. All right. Everyone calm down. No, it's going to be amazing. What else have we got? Now, hopefully, I want to ask everyone, geez, I didn't realize we've been going for this long. Holy crap. I want to ask everyone in the chat before I love this comment, actually. 9 out of 10 correct, and you're still an idiot. Sounds like the internet to me. Right, I want to have a quick chat. So it could have been a little bit lost in translation, but I was lucky enough. Vitali Laletin come on the show. Can't believe I'm saying that out loud. Vitali come on the show and said Devon's probably going to have a match in December. Let me know in the comments. Who do we think? Devon. Who do we think Denis Saplenkov will be pulling? Who do we think it'll be? Talk to me. It's going to be awesome. Who do we think it would be? Fairy tales and storytelling will say that we'd love it. You know, a comeback match against John or a rematch with Devon or something like that. That would be cool. Would he take someone on? Like, we all would have loved when John came back, but we didn't hate that he took on Chance Shaw in his comeback match. So who do people think in the chat? Who do we think it could be? Levan on the left. Saplenkov versus Larry, both natural lefty. Oh, Richard Lubkis. We'd love to see him get on there. Z Guitars thinks Gennady. Dennis most likely pull some Russians. Would be nice versus Todzilla. Is it right or left-handed? We're not sure. We're not sure if it's right or left-handed yet, Alex. This is what I think. I think it's Brzinga. I think it's my man, Johnny B, the Brazinganator, Jonatron. So I just think it'll be a good match. And I don't care if Dennis wins or loses. I don't even care if Dennis goes on like a 5-match losing streak, which he won't. But I just want to see Dennis back on the table. It is always good to see the greats because so long as they're competitive, that's all I'm after. Because, you know, like Ron Barth versus Surat, probably match of the year. But even though Ron lost, no one said like Ron was done, Ron was finished. Everyone was like, oh my God, I want more of those matches. So if Dennis comes back and he's getting smoked 3-0, 5-0, 10-0, then yeah, it'd be like, oh, all right, Dennis, go pull some amateurs or whatever. So yeah, that'll be awesome. What else have we got? What else have we got? He said not a top guy first, so he thinks. So you think Derek Smith? Derek would love to have that match. I love Derek. Derek's so awesome. I don't think would anyone hate Derek? Surely not. Surely not. Derek is just awesome. Now, I'm just trying, as I keep saying every time, King of the Table match will be announced soon, and then hopefully another big announcement for King of the Table will be able to be made about that, and hopefully I can give you that exclusive on this channel. I won't give you the match, but I should be able to give you another exclusive about King of the Table, and fingers crossed it'll be on there. Big guests, fingers crossed, are coming onto the channel. But coming up this week, Maximum Bang Monday and Live with Paul Maiden are going to be my next two shows, which is going to be awesome. So there will be a fifth match. Vitali versus Dimitri isn't. So it is happening, but it isn't happening. Vitali versus Dimitri on this weekend is at a tournament. So they're both pulling at a tournament from my understanding. They're not having a super match. They'll meet in a tournament from what I have worked out. That's what I have trying to work out and confirm. I've just got to double check with any of that, which is good. Just having a look, just double checking some of my matches. No, okay, yeah. So that'll be at a tournament. So if that occurs, Max Morozov, that's where you tell where Dennis is. So Plenkov still handles David. Yeah, it'll be awesome. Jake, every time I look at Paul Sally now, I can't stop thinking that. The last caption game and everything. Yeah, it is going to be awesome. So what do we got here? It's 9:15. I'm going to hopefully make some more videos. I mean, there's so much to be talking about. Right, you guys, let me know because you guys are the main watchers. I want to make some little 2 to 3 minute videos for the rest of the week. Do you want predictions? Do you want updates? Do you want commentary? Poll time. And of course, always chuck them in the comments. Right, let's end this poll. As Matt Mask is coming, is there. So what videos do you want this week? And if you want to vote for 2, then just say it in the comments. Want this week. Do you want updates? What else have we got? Predictions. Commentary. And what's the other one? What would be the fourth option? Updates, predictions, commentary. Oh, no, it can just be those 3. I don't want comment something. Ask your community. So I'll probably make a quick video after this. So yeah, let me know in the chat. You dead set legend. And everyone's being, see you later, Gabby. Thank you, Gabby. You are more than welcome on the show anytime. Also, Gabby, do not hesitate at all because of your YouTube channel. Hit me up. I will help you out in any stage, what direction you want to move forward. Let me know, and we can rock and roll. We can rock and roll from there. So let me know if I can help in any way. And Gabby, if you don't want my help, that is fine. But everyone, go subscribe to Gabriella Vasconcelos. Anthony T has jumped in, said ready bang, which is good. What else have we got? Everyone's just being, don't worry. You'll have more interviews, Benji. I'm going to have more. That's always a given. But I just meant my small 2 to 3 minute videos, my 2 to 3 minute videos. What else have we got? Will John be with you tomorrow? Yes, he will. Uncle John will be with me. Z's Guitar Kansas. Jake, you're seriously putting in work promoting arm wrestling. Great personality and energy. Your channel needs more subs. That last comment, Z, yes, I would love it. Active subs. I want active subs. Oh, because you guys are awesome. So I want heaps of people to subscribe to my channel. That is fine. But I want heaps of people to watch the channel as well, because YouTube hates it if you have if I have 1,000 subs and 3,000 views, YouTube promote that video. But if you have 10,000 subs and 3,000 views, they're not in a hurry to promote it. You know what I mean? So it's all about percentages. So yes, the more people that come on, because I'm on about 8,050, which blows my mind, because at the start of the year, I was at 2,400 and I said, right, I'm going to get to 5,000 by the end of the year. And we smashed that ages ago. And I say we smashed it because about you guys, people power, man. The people power is working. But yeah, I love the sport. I love what I do. And I love getting, it's a wrestling term, I love getting other people over. So making them look better and look good. You know what I mean? Like, no one probably would have heard from Oleg Petrenko. Comes on the show. Vitali doesn't do too many English-speaking interviews. You know, I'm really trying, and it's awesome, Z's Guitar. It is really awesome that you and a lot of other people are recognizing it. See, I'm not being lazy and like, let's do a live. I kind of treat my lives like a radio station, like the same. Like some people are on every day, and people tune in for their drive home or their morning coffee. So that's what my lives provide, and I love watching the chat all talk to themselves and not even join in with what I'm saying. I love that there's a point. You know, a lot of you guys are probably just getting ready for bed. You're having your final workouts or even having your tea. And I'm like, it means a lot. It means a lot. Michael Workspace says, I always wonder if that white tannish sweater you always wear is like your alter ego. Like Uncle John always wears his sunglasses shirt. My white tannish sweater is my alter ego. What do you mean? I've got two of them. Do I act differently when I wear that jumper? What do you mean, Michael's Workspace? I is confused. I am confused. I'm trying to think. It might just be the first jumper I grab, because most of the time my alarm goes off between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. So it's probably just the jumper that's just right there. And, you know, because it's always cold at that time in the morning. I'd like some more context on that, please, Michael. Do shorts. Yeah, I need to do shorts as well. I do. Maybe some commentary shorts. I need to do commentary shorts. Yeah, awesome, Gabby. Hit me up whenever you need. A million questions. I love the old school matches where you and Uncle John commentate on them. Great content. Yeah, we went to do that, and then there were matches like all the time. So then we didn't get to do it. But yes, more there. Hey, mate, Ryan Bowen. Miss you. What's your Wi-Fi like, Ryan? I'm just seeing if you miss it. What's your Wi-Fi like, Ryan, if you want to jump on for 5 minutes? Hopefully I'll see you soon after ArmWars, Ryan, and we can have a beer, which is really good. I'm sure everyone misses you on the fix. Thank you very much, White Wolf. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Brian. Says you're doing great, man. Yeah, Ryan's in the house. Do you want me to send you a link for 5 minutes, Ryan? Do you want a link for 5 minutes? Send the link, he says. Send the link. I'll send it to your Facebook. Here we go. I was just about to wrap up the show, but now Ryan Bowen's got to join the show. Ryan. It's pretty sad that. Oh, no, actually, I don't want to say that out loud because it's a bit sadder than what I thought. Okay, Ryan, I've sent you the link on your Facebook. Yep, you want some predictions? What's up, Ryan? We've been talking about you like a lot. Yeah, I thought, yeah. I enjoy the interviews. Yeah. So I'll always have interviews with pullers, mate. Don't worry about that. I'll always have interviews with pullers. I just meant my shorter videos. Oh, like I always wear it on my videos. So I wonder. No, because what can tend to happen is I might make 3 or 4 videos. So I'll get up in the morning and I might make 3 or 4 videos. So I'm not going to change. I just make them. So then, yeah, it's that's interesting. That's pretty cool to know. That is pretty cool to know. That is really cool to know. Alrighty. So I've sent Ryan the link. So we'll see how he goes, which is good. He's just been training over there in France. He's all over the shop. And yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes. Gotcha. Thanks for the clarifications. Wait, where'd they go? Yeah. That's funny, but that's what I find hilarious. How invested you guys are on the channel. Here he is.
What's going on?
How are you, mates? Over there in France, just living life.
Man, it's I was waiting so long to get out of the cage and travel, and man, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It gripped up with the Paris crew today. Probably the 3 top ranked arm wrestlers in France themselves, plus the 85 kilo champ and another dude. And then they took me out to dinner afterwards. It is a blast. I got to say, having a very good time.
Yeah. It looks like fun. It certainly looks a bit better than sitting here in Melbourne. But no, it's awesome that you've finally been let out and gone and done all the traveling and hitting up with France. What do you think about your match change at ArmWars?
Yeah, I don't know Adrian's. I'll respect Adrian's level. I don't know the dude's level, so I'm not going to talk down on him in any way, shape, or form. I also respect Neil's ability to pick a match that is close. I'll definitely admit that there's frustration there, in the sense that I've been mentally preparing for 2 matches. One was Ray, and one was Bogdan. I've been physically training, preparing for those 2 matches, travel all this way for those 2 matches, and then it gets changed. So, look, I'm not going to deny it. I'm frustrated, and Neil knows that. But look, at the same time, I respect Neil. It's his brand, it's his business. He's a good matchmaker, and I respect his judgment as well. That said, I think that the 97 kilo version of me is a very different version compared to the version that Ray got, and it's no disrespect to Ray. Again, Ray was awesome. Ray was far too good on the night. I just feel way better now. I just feel way better at 97 kilos. Who wouldn't be better when compared to the 88.7 kilos that I weighed in at? So, yeah, a little frustrated, but look, like I said, I'll respect Adrian Popescu. I hope it's a great match. If it is, cool. If I get through cleanly, I've said to Neil, without a doubt, Neil, if I get through Popescu, you're giving me Bogdan second. So we'll see.
There you go. He's demanding it. Ryan's making demands. Look, Ryan, we spoke about this off camera. I'll fly the flag big time for you. I'll fly the flag for you big time. Can you please
win a match?
Just win this match. Just win this match.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Well, look. Yeah. I know. I felt so. When I lost to Ray, honestly, the person that I most felt sorry for in the world was you, because I'm like, oh, poor Jake. I've let him down. He's going to be copping shit for me again.
I was
like, oh no.
Like in the old school 80s action movies where they do the slow-mo and the bullets were just getting hit, and we're having a laugh off camera. But yeah, and everyone here knew that I was ready. I had my smuggest look ready to go. And it's like when you go out and win, I thought it was going to be awesome. But no, it's all in good fun, mate. It's all in good fun. It's no secret.
And that's the thing, like you know what I'm like in person. You know what my goals are in the sport, and I've always preached that losing's good. Like it's the key. Being okay with losing. It's the most essential part to the sport if you want to actually get anywhere in it. And you got to keep losing, keep seeking out genuine losses until you can't find them anymore. And yeah, look, Ray turned up in awesome form. It was friggin' impressive. And it's always nice when the dude that you just lost to goes on and does other good things. And it was nice to see him win Latvian championships, both left and right. So that was good.
Yeah,
good on you, Ray. Keep on doing that.
Yes. Ray, for Ray to keep winning, that's what I mean. Like Lachlan's levels went up because he was like the first victim of the Toddzilla form. And then as Todd kept winning, everyone was like, oh, actually, Lachlan did okay.
Yeah, so it might be good.
Yeah.
I hope that Tom Holland gets utterly trashed by Coach Ray. We love Tom Holland as well. I have to have a good war. I'm sure they will. But because it's a big Tom Holland turning up, which I don't think I've seen before, a 90-kilo Tom Holland. So that'll be cool. But
if Ray went to the Latvian Nationals and come like 9th, I probably would have turned my computer off for a week. I would have been like...
Yeah, well, Giannis came straight up to me after the match. He was the first person who spoke to me after the match, and he said, Ryan, don't feel bad. Antonovich cannot top roll Coach Ray at the moment, so don't feel bad. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. That's good to know.
Yeah, and for those that don't know Antonovich pulled Petrenko in top 8. Like, Antonovich is a bad dude. He's a bad dude. Okay, enjoy your walk. My wife's just telling me that they're going to go for a bit of a walk because my dog's getting real excited. My mother-in-law's turned up. Z's Guitar account with a super chat. Thank you very much. He says, nothing to be frustrated about, Ryan. This match makes more sense at this time. We want to see you win.
Look, I get that. I get that angle, and thanks for the super chat there, man. I get that angle. Like, Neil wants to. He wants to do me a favor. He wants to help me rebuild. I think he's now picked a match where, in his heart, I am the favorite. Where in his eyes against Bogdan, I was not the favorite, and he didn't want me to just take another loss. And he's worried that I was going to keep copping a thrashing online. Like, to be honest, it doesn't bother me, that thrashing online. In respect to my arm wrestling ability, it really doesn't. It's something that I'm perfectly comfortable with. The frustration is the time, money, energy spent preparing for a particular opponent to have that opponent then changed. And no matter who you are, that's frustrating. So
absolutely. In any sport, that would happen. The Hand of Devon was really happy with your French arm wrestling video, which was
man. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Jake, but like I said, I pulled the top 3 ranked French arm wrestlers in a row today, and I was really happy with how I felt. Like, there are the training pools, slow starts and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure explosive starts are very different. First I pulled, I was never going to come close to him. This dude who's beaten Gennady Vinia, this is the guy who's waiting for his call to pull people like Kedesha and people. He's certain that he's ready to crush any one of these First West. He said to me, actually, I beat every one of these First West now. Like, he's got his eyes on Hermes. And this is this. I don't know if you've never heard of this guy. He literally only 5 years in. He beat Gennady in 2018, which was his first year of arm wrestling. He beat Gennady, and you're like, hang on. I said, what? That you beat Gennady in your first year of arm wrestling? And he's like, yeah. And he showed me the footage of it. I'm like, yeah, okay. What the hell? And I'm like, I'm scared to group up with you. His name is Dimitri Vizzi. Dimitri Vizzi, 115 kilos, and whoa, the strongest man I've ever gripped in my life, without a doubt. I couldn't believe what I was feeling. But like I said, he showed me all of his practice pulling that he's been doing with different people around the world. He's waiting for the big reveal, but trust me, the people I've watched him practice pool with, I'm like, oh wow, and he's in control of all of them in the practice pool. And like he said, he said anyone at East West West, give me anyone at East West West, doesn't matter. So watch that space. Engin Terzi, there's the name. You must. And I promised Dimitri today. I asked Dimitri, I'm like, dude, you need to be in the spotlight. Be that strong. And I said, do you want me to tell Engin and tell the world about you? Because seriously, and he's like, I said, I don't want to do it unless you're ready and you're good to go. And he's like, yeah, I am ready. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. So
what's his English?
Consider this it. Yeah,
What's
he's good English.
Like?
His home country is Moldova. He now lives in France, and his English is solid. And yeah, he is a megastar. He's only 5 years in, and he began in his first year. Anyone who does that is a freak.
I might have to look him up and get him on the show. Yeah. That would be interesting.
Yes.
So, how are you, buddy?
Well, yeah. So, I'm sorry. You go, Jake.
No, you're right.
Pulled him first. Pulled him first, and then the second guy pulled was the 3-time super heavyweight champion of France. And it's practice pulls, but man, I felt freaking stunning against him. I had hand and wrist control. He couldn't pin me. I then pulled Amrik. When I say he couldn't pin me in that first session, he come back around in the sort of the loop, and then we had great wars, and he was pinning me then. But the third guy I pulled was the most decorated arm wrestler out of France, Amrik Prudnyk, a man who's finished on the podium at Nemirov, a man who's got pins on Krasimir Kostadinov and Terence Opperman and things like that. And his hand control felt spectacular, but my defensive wall he couldn't get through in a surging sense. He had to hold, and eventually I gassed out because he locked me all up with hand control. But my little brick wall of defense was enough to make him have to squeeze me to death. And and then I pulled after him. I pulled the 85 kilo ranked number 2 French guy, and all these guys were fresh. I was the first pull for all of them, and I felt fantastic against him. I could do anything. I let a lot of rope out, and he got one pin where I was like, oh, okay, I can't let that much rope out. But when I let no rope out, it felt fantastic. And then the fifth gentleman was a Nicholas Nanastad future prospect, 87 kilos. That's 6'5". But he's a year and a half in the sport, and that was cool. I was in control comfortably there, but I felt amazing. I haven't felt that good in a long time. So to be as heavy as I am right now, 97 kilos again, I feel great. And that's why, again, looping it back to the frustrations about having my match with Bogdan replaced because I'm not in form, what I felt today was like, no, I know I'm strong enough to have that match. And I really don't care if I were to lose it. If Bogdan's good enough to win, cool, whatever. Crack on. I'm really not worried about a internet backlash that I lost to Bogdan being something. So, that's kind of where everything's at. But the Paris club, friggin' loved it. They treated me like royalty. Took me out for dinner, had a blast, and I got to say, there's a lot of good things coming out from the French Arm Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, well, hopefully not from the Italian one. I watched a video of you pulling the Italians, and they were just like a machine gun. They were just trying to rip your arm off.
Yeah, there was a lot of hitting going on and all that sort of stuff. But they were still good dudes. They were good dudes, but I was very sore at that one. My elbow was really flared at that one.
It was like an ambush. They're like, oh yeah, right, come here. We got pizza. We got everything. Come here. Whack! They just came in. Like,
yeah, that's so good.
How do you feel? Because like when you're going over there, you're eating nice food, and everyone has been awesome in whining and dining you and Joe. Has the going back to your natural, more comfortable weight, has that felt good, or have you felt a bit probably eaten too much?
I've eaten more in the last 2 weeks I've eaten in any 3-week period in my life. Like I've I went to a restaurant when we got to France the other day, or Paris, and I'm ordering 2 main meals at the restaurant and then dessert, and I feel bloated. I definitely feel bloated. I go to bed going, oh, gee whiz, am I going to sleep tonight, or am I going to have to get up in the middle of the night and go to the toilet or something? I don't know. But the energy that it brings, the lubrication of your joints that it brings, you feel like you have more just base power. It feels good. It feels almost. It feels like what it felt like when I was last 100 kilos, which was good.
That's what we want. That's what we want to hear. That is for sure. Just a quick shout out to my man, Life of Iron. If everyone can go subscribe to him, because that is Vasil, my man that has been helping me with the translations in getting the big guests coming on the show. So if everyone can subscribe.
Yeah, well done. Well done on that front, man, too. I haven't caught any of it, but well done. I wanted to say to you, well done on getting, man, the names that you've been pulling in. I've been like, oh, snap, Jake is pulling in all the killers out of Eastern Europe and the rest of the non-English speaking world. So well done on that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And it's got a lot to do with Vasil, because we just were just chatting on Instagram, and then he's like, hey, he sent me a voice message, and I listened to him. He's like, I can get you Morozov on the channel. Well, of course I want Morozov on the channel, and Vasil and I have just hit it off, and he's been great. So if you're wondering, everyone, subscribe to my man, because he's been helping. Obviously, I can't, speak Russian, so he's been awesome in doing that. So, and he's just doing it. The best thing about Vasil is he's just doing it to help my channel out. He's not doing it to get himself over, which inept. I want to help promote him more, if that makes sense. So, and everyone's just there.
Nice.
Yeah, they're talking to each other. So, yeah, what is it now? It's the 22nd, so just under 3 weeks till, 3 weeks, 2 weeks till.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks or whatever. Yeah, so I've had today was my last table time session. From here, it's just another 4 nights in Paris, and we're off to London for 4 or 5 nights, and then we'll make our way up to Manchester and drive north from there to Garstang and do the ArmWars. So no more table time, but just gym time between now and probably I'll probably stop gym about 3-4 days out from the ArmWars match itself.
Don't bring up Jim Ryan, because whatever you do, you can't win. You dedicate your time. I was speaking about it earlier, training with the giant way of the pumpkin, and you took everyone through that journey. And then, like you do when you lose the match, you're like, right, something needs to change. So you do change. You're like, I'm going to do base strength and work on strength all around my body, not just the right arm. And that doesn't win either. So you have made going to the gym.
It's funny. The internet is a funny place in that regard. Like, man, and the cool thing is I know I've got so many people around me that I could draw on that have amazing advice. Lachlan are there locally, could guide me in base strength so very accurately and so very easily. But here's the thing: is and there's a long list of arm wrestlers internationally that I could, free of charge, get assistance from. But I want to pay for it, and that's all got to do with my own friggin' head. As much as I could get that from Lachlan, by the nature of I guess the human condition, he's my buddy. I struggle to have absolute conviction on listening to every word he said. But when I hire a dude that I know is elite in his knowledge and strength, and I'm paying him, and he's got reputation that he's risking by involving me as a student, that makes me not miss a rep anywhere. Like you do everything. He says, I struggle to sleep. He tells me to sleep, I'll sleep. There's nothing I won't do when I am paying and I know his reputation is on the line. yeah, I could get all that knowledge. People say, "Oh, Ryan, you're a noob in terms of your base level strength, so you're an idiot for paying that money." Thing is, guys, it's my money to spend, and I'm going to do it on that because of all the reasons. Whether you like it or not, I'm committed to career arm wrestling. So, and people say the people who said kind of like, Ryan, you could be just as far a year just by reading a textbook and just having a work ethic. I disagree. I wouldn't be as far. There's no way me reading a textbook will get me as far as having a world elite strength coach overseeing it. I can guarantee you it's ridiculous to think that he wouldn't make my trajectory faster. And like I said, this is my career. This is what people have asked me, how am I traveling the world doing this? Arm wrestling is my career. YouTube is my career, and it's only because of COVID and all the travel restrictions the last 2 years that you're only seeing this now. This would have begun 2 years ago, and I would have been traveling like this. But now we're finally, the door's open. This will be a regular. This is not, trust me, there's no formal things announced yet, but there are many doors have opened. My commentary side of things, my athlete side of things, many doors have opened that you'll all soon hear about formally. And you'll see me back and forth from Australia to Europe to Dubai to all over the world very regularly as both a commentator and as an athlete, I'm sure.
Yeah, look, you couldn't have won, because if you sat there and gone, right, I've hired Lachlan, Lachlan's my guy, he's going to train me, then they would have just gone, oh, you need to hire the best, Ryan. You need a proper strength coach, not Lachlan. So, yeah, in my eyes, you just can't. You just can't.
Yeah. That's cool. I won't try to convince those people. I guess I'm eating my own words. Look, I just did try to convince those people, but I actually don't care if they don't agree, and I don't care if they think, oh, Ryan's wasting money or Ryan's doing whatever. I don't care. That's just what it is for me. That's why I'm doing it. Take it or leave it. You can't stop me from doing it. Your opinion will never stop me from doing it. I'm going to keep doing it, and you can guess where it'll and get me, and you can like the people like the push-up thing and all the stuff that I've started to do whilst I'm just trying to fill time before I've got a gym in front of me in a permanent sense. The people who are kind of in the laughing at me phase, they say, oh, look how weak he is. He's so pathetic. I can do more push-ups than him, all that sort of stuff. But then on the other side of the spectrum, there's the people that support me. They say, wow, it's crazy how high Ryan's level as an arm wrestler has reached, considering he's got such weak base power. And for those people, and that's the camp that I'm in, I'm like, I'm excited as to how drastic the overall effect may be now that I am deciding to actually focus on base power. Because whether you like it or not, look at the French people that I arm wrestled today and look at the balance that I have with them. And I can do that only being able to do 15 push-ups. So find me another person out there in the world who can only do 15 push-ups that can arm wrestle with the guys I just did today. You'll struggle. Are
you saying you'll be world number one once you do 30 push-ups? Because you've just doubled your base power. You've just doubled your base power. So there it is.
Well, no. We know that I do everything. We know that I do everything in increments of 44%. So let's not double anything, Jack. Let's not double anything.
Sorry. I do apologize. No, I think it's going to be awesome. Like I can't wait. It's going to be, ArmWars. I can't wait for that matchup. I mean, we'll probably have to wait a couple of weeks before we hear who wins, but I will certainly be watching very intently and hoping for the best result. But no, that'll be good. And then when do you fly back to Australia?
Fly back to Australia on the 10th of September, land in Brisbane on the 11th. And then, the ball keeps rolling.
And then
the ball keeps rolling.
Back to work. So, okay, awesome. I'm just trying to think if Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler and I can get a quick weekend away up there for the next few weekends. It's just madness with all the arm wrestling that is going on. Before we wrap up, there's some matches going on. We'll just get you quick predictions. even though it's a tournament format, Vitali versus Dimitri this weekend. If they meet up, who's going to get the pin?
You've got to say Vitali must be in his mind thinking he has to win this. The redemption, and with Dave Chaffee on the horizon, he can't take another shellacking like he did. So I feel like my suspicion is that in better form, Vitali is going to turn up and the win.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. What's some other ones? Do you think Curtis Cameron has any chance against Todzilla next weekend?
No.
Matt Mars versus Krasmir.
Oh, the two guys that are on the losing streak that we all love, that we all want to win. I feel like Matt Mars is going to win. Sorry, Krasi.
Yeah.
Sorry, Krasi.
It's a bit like that. James is telling us with your match, we'll see it the same day. Lucky I'm an ArmWars member, so I'll be excited for that one. Thank you very much, James. You stud. I'm not going to ask you who's going to win out of Lachlan and Irakli because we don't need a head start on the next delusional series. So we'll stay away
look, it's all right. And that one, Lachlan's under no illusions. He knows he's the extreme underdog. It's a tough match for Lachlan. Irakli's in good form. Lachlan got done by Sanderson. Look, if Lachlan would do so much better against an equivalent level hooker. Like Lachlan v. Krasi would be a way better match for Lachlan, but Irakli's a monster and a beast, and he's the shape that is just working very well against Lachlan. So Irakli is the heavy favorite.
Yeah, so that's okay. Yeah, cop that, everyone. Chuck that on your next video. Ha!
You watched. Look. Let's hope I just bless Lachlan with a win. Then they can throw it on the video.
Oh, yes. There we go. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be unreal. Guys, we will quickly wrap up the show there. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. It's been another day and an awesome surprise. Thank you to Ryan Bowen for jumping in. I got Maximum Bang Monday. Ryan, the call out has been everyone wants me to use a clip from your push-ups in the next caption game.
A clip from my push-ups, did you say?
Yeah, like a photo of
me
doing push-ups in my next caption game. Everyone, they were calling for it earlier in the day. I'll see how it goes.
Go for it.
It's all a bit of fun. So next time you'll see Ryan. Make sure you check out his videos that are going on training with the Italian and French teams. No more table time for him. So the next time you'll see him is if you are an ArmWars member. Get over to ArmWars because you will see Ryan beat Adrian Popescu shortly after that is going on. And it's very ironic that Ryan is drinking an orange Fanta. That just makes me even happier. You can't help yourself. You got any final words, mate, before we go off the air?
No, man, all good. Thanks for having me on. You're the man. If I was going to go live with anyone, it was going to be you, mate. So well done.
Oh,
love your stuff.
We will speak to you all real soon.